Welcome to the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show. I'm Olivia Tasto alongside Ken Oda, and tonight we're getting you set for the Minotauros matchup against the Austin Bruins. The Tauros had a double sweep before their off weekend, so let's take a look back at some of those highlights against St. Cloud. Saturday night's game, the Tauros completed the sweep, winning 5-4. Opening the scoring was Luca Ori with a power play goal. Then Brady Zuzek had 2 goals, the second one also being a power play goal. We had 1 goal from Jakob Abla, and then the last goal scored by Briggs Knott. Definitely a very physical game Saturday night. Ken, what are your thoughts on that, obviously after playing St. Cloud 4 games in a row?
Yeah, typically when you have a team on back-to-back weekends, and especially when you've dominated all 4 games, or I guess the Tauros didn't necessarily dominate all 4, but definitely won all 4, a couple of them in fairly dominant fashion, you're going to have some hurt feelings, you're going to have some anger between the clubs, and I think especially once the Tauros, they got up 4-1 in that one before winning 5-4. I think you saw St. Cloud maybe trying to settle some physical scores, but overall Tauros held on and got the win. It was a much needed win to get back to 500.
Now let's turn our attention back to tonight's game with a look at the Noodles numbers brought to you by Noodles & Company of Minot. Head-to-head against the Bruins, the Tauros are 0-2, but for goals per game, the Tauros are sitting at 3, and Austin's just above at 3.64. The goals against, Tauros are sitting at 3.7. We've been seeing that number go down, whereas Austin is sitting at 2.76. The Tauros power play is still first in the division, and Austin is just below that.
Tauros power play actually second in the league as well, so doing really well.
Super impressive. Penalty minutes, the Tauros are super high, sitting right now at 350 minutes, and Austin way down at 250. Now it's time to take a look at the Minotauros Booster Club players to watch. For tonight's game, I've selected Luca Ori. I was super impressed with his physicality against St. Cloud all 4 games, really hoping to see that continue into this weekend. Luca's sitting at 9 points right now with 2 goals and 7 assists, so definitely hoping to see that team player continue throughout the weekend.
Yeah, we saw him drop the gloves and fight last Friday, or 2 Fridays ago now, at the last Friday game as well. Didn't know he had that in his game.
For sure.
So definitely a player to keep an eye on. I'm going with the goaltender, Devin Russley. Kind of a cop-out. You always need to pay attention to the goaltenders, but especially this weekend, Tauros, if fans missed the news, Brady Zuzek called up to the Fargo Force in the USHL. Mario Fate is out for a long period of time here with an injury as well. We'll talk more about that in our keys of the game, but the Tauros are going to need to find an identity on offense. The better that Devin can play in net, the more time he gives them to find that identity. So it's important that he gets off to a strong start and helps keep Austin off the board, especially early.
Completely agree. That'll bring us to our home key group keys to the game. Ken, what's your first key to tonight's game?
Well, I hinted at it in our players to watch. The first key for me is to step up. With Brady Zuzek in Fargo, Mario Fate done for probably the season, the Tauros need someone to step up in the offensive zone. That duo has accounted for 25% of the Tauros' total goals this season. The next leading scorer for the Tauros is defenseman Michael Solominski. He's got 6 goals. So on the offensive end from forwards, Tauros are going to need to see someone step up. Artem Prima leads the Tauros forwards with 5 goals, but he hasn't scored since October 10th. So the Tauros definitely need to see someone in the offensive zone step up, whether it's any of the new guys who have joined the team during these couple of weeks we've been off, or some of the guys who have been here for a while. Someone is going to have to replace that offense from Brady and Mario, and it's probably going to take more than 1 or 2 guys.
That'll bring us to our second key. For tonight's game, I've selected think outside the box. With a 100-minute penalty difference, the Tauros really need to have some discipline tonight and be making super smart plays. Davin Nichols, Michael Solminski, and Marlon Edwards lead our penalty minutes, so especially those 3 have to keep an eye out. You know, we've talked to Coach Ebner before, and he said there's a time to make those plays and get those penalties, but there's also a time when the Tauros have to take a step back and, put the best for the team and not be getting those, useless penalties. Just create the chaos, but obviously not get in trouble for it. They all need to be extremely careful going into this weekend.
Yeah, I agree. I think especially you think back some of the previous weekends where guys have taken penalties while the Tauros were already shorthanded. Tauros penalty kill has struggled a little bit, only 75% on the season. So the Tauros definitely need to stay out of the box against a Bruins team that gives you reason to want to take penalties.
For sure. And, as you said, being down Mario Fate and Brady Zuzek, obviously Mario an unfortunate loss for us, but Brady Zuzek, so happy to see him out and heading to Fargo, but we'll have to see something this weekend. Minotauros fans, it's now time to take out your phones and pull up the Tauros mobile app for your chance to win prizes through tonight's game. The first game is the 4 Bears Sportsbook over-unders. The first one is total Tauros first period goals set at half, so 1 goal. I'm going to take the over on that one, Ken.
I'm going to take the under, not because I hope that's what happens, but again, I think the Tauros lost 2 big pieces of their offense. I think it's going to take some time for the new line combinations to find some chemistry. Yes, they've had a couple of weeks of practice, but Brady just left a couple of days ago. So, and you've had a couple of new players come in, but they got here this week as well. So I think chemistry might be an issue early between some line mates. So I'm going to take the under here. Again, not what I want to see happen. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm going to take the under.
The second one is total Toro power play opportunities set at 3.5. Ken, your thoughts on this one?
It's the Austin Bruins. I'm taking the over.
I'm also going to take the over on that one. I feel like that's pretty easy. Total Toro shots on goal set at 27.5. I'm going to take the under on that one, Ken.
And see, this is one I'm going to disagree with you again. I'm going over. I think with so many guys trying to find the chance to become that offensive leader for the team, with as good as Brady and Mario were, it was easy for their line mates to maybe just give them the puck and hope that they would score. Right now, I think with there not being that known offensive leader, I think you're going to see everyone just trying to shoot. And hopefully that means we go over 27.5.
Ken, I think this is the first time we've disagreed on most of them. Definitely interesting to see how that plays out.
For sure. That'll bring us to the McDonald's Toros trivia question. Who was the first Toro to record a hat trick against the Austin Bruins? Was it Blaine Warner, Chase LaPinta, Nick Armstrong-Kincaid, or Johnny Walker?
I'm going to go with D, Johnny Walker.
He was definitely the guy who was here the longest ago of that trio. Fans, you can get your guess in the McDonald's Toros trivia game in the Toros Hockey mobile app. So go ahead and get your guess in. Play the other games as well that we didn't talk about. Tons of good prizes, over $500 worth of prizes every home game in the Toros Hockey mobile app.
I think that's one of my favorite parts about home games is seeing people win, especially people who it's their first time winning and, have come to so many games and vote every time and not think much of it and then get that win. Obviously super exciting.
For sure.
Ken, do you have any final thoughts before we drop the puck for tonight's game?
Yeah, Toros worked hard to get back to 500. Then they had the off week. Obviously, we've talked about some roster changes, so it makes tonight's game that much more interesting from a storyline perspective. Ultimately, though, the Toros are sitting at 500, 7-7-3. Only 4 points behind North Iowa for that last playoff spot. I think only 4 points behind Austin, if memory serves as well. So a chance to really jump into the playoff picture with a good performance, but also a poor performance tonight drops you back under 500. So for the Toros, I'd like to see them come out and show that they do belong in the playoff picture as we approach the second half of the season.
That will do it for tonight's Farmers Union Insurance pregame show. Now we'll turn it over to Kobe Brault for the starting lineups.
Welcome to the Pepsi Rink at Maysa Arena for tonight's North American Hockey League matchup between the visiting Austin Bruins and your Minot Minotauros. Who's ready for some Minotauros hockey? Welcome to the ice, your Minot Minotauros. Time to meet your SRT Communications starting lineup. On defense from Ardrossan, Alberta, number 6, Gabriel Getty. Also on defense from Council Bluffs, Iowa, number 2, Ty Jones. At left wing from Bemidji, Minnesota, number 17, Briggs Knott. Center from Moscow, Russia, number 96, Ivan Sidorov. At right wing from Gurney, Illinois, number 15, Luca Hoy. From Swamico, Wisconsin, number 30, Devin Rusley. Tonight's Magic City Discovery Center captain is Noah Baracco. Your Toros are led by head coach Tyler Ebner. He's assisted by Mike Meredith and Wyatt Wazelenchuk. At this time, we ask that you rise as you are able and remove all headgear as the Minot Air Force Base Honor Guard presents our nation's colors. Please remain standing until the colors are retired. Performing tonight's anthem is Change of Pace.
With the pregame festivities just about out of the way, we're almost ready to go here in the Magic City. For those of you who missed the pregame show, I am Ken Oda. And you've got to look at our SRT starting lines for the evening as we discussed some roster changes for the Tauros. Mario Fate to the injured list. Brady Zujek to the USHL and the Fargo Force. In their place on the roster, Arseny Vorobiev had 28 points in 54 games for Fairbanks last year. He'll start with Jacquems and Prima. Started this year, he has 1 goal through 6 games played for Johnstown and New Hampshire. And the other new forward, number 12, Evan Foyles, the 2nd overall pick in the NAHL entry draft this summer by the Janesville Jets. Now a Minot Minotauros. We'll see him in just a few moments, I'm sure. Puck is down, we are underway. Tauros wearing the home cream set for the first time, I think, since home opening weekend, between specialty jerseys and a whole bunch of road games as that rolls on ice for a quick Hungry Hippo style cover by the starting goaltender for Austin, Jack Solomon. Solomon on the season since coming back from the USHL, an .897 save percentage and a 3.171 goals against average while going 3-1-0 for the Bruins. No line changes off that quick whistle. Tauros win the draw back, but it missed the defenseman, so Gabe Kenny on his horse will retreat and retrieve. 20 seconds gone here in our Friday night matchup. Nice touch by Ori to Sidorov. Support comes from Kenny. Kenny gains the line, tries a quick shot. It's blocked. It'll check up behind the net. Tauros on it there. It's Ori. Ori to Sidorov, who's covering the point. His shot's blocked by Ruth. Spun down the wall by Briggs Knott. Left for Ori. Ori plays up top. Spadaro across. Solominski with a shot blocked by traffic. Lays loose. Doesn't go for Jacquems. He was, I think, trying to feed it backdoor for Ori and didn't connect. Tauros ring the puck to the near side. It didn't get all the way back to the point in Spadaro. Instead, it's in neutral where Spadaro takes it away. Hands to Ori. Drops back to Solominski, who dumps it in on net for Solomon to play to his defenseman. Williams, the captain of the Bruins, spins it in behind the cage. Banked out to the neutral ice. Lipset has it poked away. Jacquems, a nice reverse hit on Lipset, but he did lose possession. It's across to Coleman. Coleman on the near side with his first shot of the night. Nope, fanned on it, and it rolls in behind the net. Jacquems tries to poke that away free. Thrown in front. Lipset kicks to the stick, and it's blocked to the corner. Good positioning by Solominski. Turned over in front. Solominski tries to get the Tauros going with numbers, but he can't connect with Vorobiev. And the puck will bounce back the other way. Bruins control in their own zone. Starting up ice on the near side was Bayati. He turned it over to Habla. Habla leaves far side. Long shot, blocker save. Rebound to the near side and Edwards. Edwards holding, drops it back to Pikich at the near point. Pikich looking for a lane. Shot blocked by Coleman to the near corner. Edwards trying to free it up. He does, but it's found first by Ellison, and he'll start the Bruins the other way. Uses the glass to carry him out to neutral, and then a chip pass ahead finds Simon Marcinek. Marcinek forced out to neutral. Now a shot fired wide near side. Schwartz up the wall. He missed Edwards, and it'll roll down the ice. Won't go far enough for an icing. We've played 2.5 minutes just about. Tauros out shooting the Bruins 4-0. We still await the game's first goal. Bruins in their traveling black kit. Turn on the near side. Elbert rolled it deep. They work it to the far point. Is a shot coming? No, instead it'll be dumped back in behind for Matt Marcinek. Marcinek pressured there. It's taken away by Foyles. Pushed up the wall. Bruins get it first. Near point Elbert looking for a lane. Instead he looks for a tip. Got it, but it was blocked, and then a nice poke by Foyles takes the puck to the corner. Good first shift in his defensive zone for the newest Toro. Meanwhile, Klein leaves off far side. Long shot coming. Blocker saved by the former Bruin Rusley. Tauros play to the far side. Puck rolled out by Vickland. Bruins take over. Near side, Albert at the red line. He'll ring it deep. Rusley out of his net. Can't quite stop that. He did slow it down. Flood and Solominski come together. Puck dug out by Day. He leaves off. Played up to the far point, near point Williams. Williams, his shot fanned on. Taken away, and turning is Ramirez. Dane Ramirez has trouble on the near wall. Lipset pokes it away. Sidorov introduces him to the glass, but Day has it there. Day looks to the slot. Shot coming. It's blocked up off the glass. Sidorov chips it to the near wall, but a pinching Williams keeps it alive for the Bruins. They'll work in the corner. Turned over. Spadaro rolls it to the far side, and Solominski. Solo, who now leads the current active roster with goals. Now that Zuzek is gone, pokes that out to neutral. Across for Shetty. Tries to roll it deep into the zone for Beckwith. Beckwith does win the race to it. Gives back to Fraschetti, but his shot is gobbled up by Rusley. 15:59 left to go here in the scoreless first period. Several fans checking in on socials. Chemetz are aboard. Jill Morgan down in Arizona. Braden Tews. Whitney Long in Colorado. Charles Wilburn here at the Mesa. The Vicklins in Sweden. The Warrens and the Kowitzes, they're here. About 50 feet to my right. If you adjust for elevation. Near side, this is Prima handing to Jockums. Jockums has it poked away after he gains the line. The Bruins flip that out to neutral. Bouncing puck, Pajkic settles it down, keeps it away from the Bruins and starts up ice. He hands off and it's given right back to Vorobyov. Vorobyov turning on the near wall, getting worked over by Beckwith, hands to the corner and Jockums. Jockums mishandled, gets met but keeps possession, and eventually it is taken away. Near side, Prima throws it on net. Solomon makes the save, and as Jockums arrive, Solomon elects to cover. 15:25 left to go here in period number one. Still no score. Glad to have you all aboard here on a Friday night. It's been a while since we've got to talk to you. Toros had the weekend off last weekend after back-to-back sweeps of the St. Cloud Norsemen. Toros control the draw. Prima's shot blocked to the corner off Lung. Puck rolled to the far side. Luong after it. Pinching down was Ty James. The puck caroms to the slot. Lipset's the first to find it. Near side. Behind the net, they battle. Comes out front. Quick shot stopped by Rusley. Toros dump this into the offensive zone. Long back on it. He'll play around to the near side. That's Austin Doyle. He'll throw it back to the far side. Near side, Mikey Coleman, the former Norseman, rolls it to the Toro end. Ori's there first and gets buried along the near wall. But Spadaro was there to take over. Puck thrown up ice. Doesn't connect with Briggs Knott. Left on the near side, Habla touches up the wall. So does Knott. Up ice, Solominski, the defenseman, leaves it for Knott, who's taken off the puck before he can get there by Haruza. Haruza, 3-on-2 for the Bruins as they hit the line. Haruza delays, tries a shot. Rusley soaks that one up, doesn't allow a rebound. Some pushing and shoving after the whistle. The newest Bruin, Alex Perreault, acquired via trade this week from Elmira. And Michael Solominski exchanging words. 840 seconds left to go here in period number one. Still no score. The Knights are checking in from Minot. Tostos from Illinois. We'll hear from a Tosto in a few minutes. Toros control, near side. Marlon Edwards banks ahead, gets help from Habla, sent down the ice. This will go for Minot's finest collision center icing. 13:49 left to go here in period one. Draw to the left of Rusley. This is forced out to neutral. Flood knocked down hard, but he was able from his stomach to keep it alive. He rolls it into the zone. Klein, Pikich come together. Shot blocked. Carried ahead. Habla trying to cut to the middle. It rolls off his stick. All the way out to neutral. Flood gets hit hard by Gabe Kenny. Ty James up ice. Marlon Edwards dumps it in. Albert trying to exact some revenge, but Edwards did well to get out of the way. Foils up on the pressure, but instead the Bruins will come to the near side. It's Williams to Ruth. Ruth dumps it in, not deep. Kenny was there to cut it off, and that's whistled as a hand pass. I think we'll send it down to ice level, and Olivia.
Thanks, Ken. I got a chance to speak to head coach Tyler Ebner before the game. You know, coming off an off week, also coming off the double sweep, as you were talking about, he said the biggest thing is there's new guys here. Brady Zucek is gone and Mario Fate's out, so there has to be new guys that are willing to step in and fill those roles. That going to take all the guys on the ice and finding that new identity with these new guys on the team. He also said the boys came in a day early, skated on Sunday, and really tried to get that rust off right early in the week to be ready for this weekend, and they have to be back into play the full 60 minutes tonight. Back to you, Ken.
Thank you, Olivia. Near side, it's poked out to neutral. Ramirez, he'll chase it down in the offensive zone. Ramirez, quick shot from a tough angle, save made by Solomon. The rebound ends up in behind the net for Shetty. Hit hard on the near side. Eventually the puck rolls all the way out to neutral. Ruth picks it up, watched by Solominski. Ruth forced in behind the net, throws it to the slot. Bruins unable to corral it. Touched back to the point. Bayati, he tries a shot, blocked out front by Spadaro, and the Toros will look to turn. Quickly, Spadaro gains the red line and dumps it deep. Bruins back in their own zone as the Toros finish their change. Start up the near side by Addy. Good hit on the near side by Spadaro. Jockums finds the puck, but gets walled off. Puck thrown back down into the corner. Jockums trying to keep it away, but he can't. Lipset couldn't find the handle. Coleman does. Shot fought off. I don't know if that was a sliding Spadaro or if it was Rusley who got a piece, but either way, the puck carried him to the corner. Spadaro with it now, looking up ice for Prima. Out of his net to play is Solomon. Guides it around to the far side. Lipset's on it there. Runs into his own man. Turned over. Put in front. Quick shot. Up and over by Jockums. Puck rolled in behind the net. Ellison, the first on it. Throws the far side. Glass. And down it'll go. Pikich plays it. It didn't go far enough for icing. Dom ahead. That's broken up. Back and forth. It pinballs in the neutral zone. Eventually Haruza dumps it in. Rusley lost it and skates behind the net. Play to the near side. Prima lets it roll, but it'll be kept to the point by Doyle. Doyle to the middle. Looks across far side. Long shot from the point. Tipped up and off the glass. Near side. Doyle pinches down the wall. Doyle, his shot blocked. It pops up high in the air. Albert forces to just poke it to the corner. He wanted Sam Marshanock. Taken away. Pikich steps in. Sam Marshanock finds brother Matt, only to have it taken away by the Toros. Pikich turning away from pressure, banks up the near side. Prima met there. Puck lays free, kept at the blue line, and eventually Matt finds Simon. Back to Matt. Mishandled, it rolls on net for a quick cover by Rusley. 10:27 left to go here in period number 1. Draw will be to the right of Rusley. Eventually controlled by the Bruins. Williams keeps it at the near point, sweeps to the far. They find Day in the middle. Day puts it towards the side of the net. He was looking for a tip, I believe, from Flood, but didn't get it. Near side, they battle along the boards. Klein keeps at the point, tries the far point. Albert's unable to put that one home, and the Toros will turn. Sidorov has it poked off his stick. It's jammed back into the Toro end. Rusley hands to Ty James. Ty ahead, touched in by Sidorov. Solomon out of his net, plays to the far side. Perot Working on that far wall. It's taken away by the Bruins. This is Ruth into the zone around Warren. Ruth lost the handle. Tauros just chop it to the wall. Briggs not. Jams it out to neutral. Luang on it there. Plays to the near side. Beckwith sweeps it into the Toro end. Spadaro back on it. Touches to the far side. Up the middle. Edwards. Edwards comes across the near side. Abla hands off. Toss across. It's Viklund. Viklund hit hard. And the whistle goes as soon as the Bruins touch. It's Perot. With a big knee. On Viklund. The good news is Viklund popped right back up. As we get another look. At the big hit that will send the Tauros to the first Western Bank and Trust power play with 9:10 left to go here in period number 1. Tauros second in the league on the power play and even 30%. Bruins on the kill, 17th, 80.26. Solominski up top. Hands to Prima. Prima with a shot save made by Solomon. No rebound given. I'm hearing the sound is low. I've changed some settings. Let me know if it's gotten any better. I don't want to go full volume right away and blow out speakers. This is Prima. Hands down the wall. Edwards. Edwards forced around behind the net. Puts it in front for Prima. It didn't connect. This Austin Bruins team only 17th in the league on the PK, but they do have 8 shorthanded goals already this season. As Solominski gets away from Klein. Tauros gain the line. Edwards tried to drop it back, but it was blocked off and cleared again. 1:15 on the power play for the Tauros. Ori into the zone, but lost the handle. Ellison plays it up the middle of the ice. This is Matt Marshinick across. Shot, it's in. 9th shorthanded goal of the year for the Bruins. Simon Marshinick on the 2-on-1. The Twins for Austin. Just 9 even strength points, I'm told, by Austin Bruins broadcaster David Coyer. And that will continue to be the case as now they get shorthanded points. Ty James dumps this in. Tauros getting the line. They're still on the power play for a half minute. Up top for Spadaro. Spadaro walks in, wires, save made, no rebound given. With Davin Nichols on the doorstep. Draw will be to the right of Solomon. Viklund against Beckwith. They'll warn Viklund. So Nichols has to step in. Draw kicks free. Spadaro keeps it. He'll swap sides with Ty James. James, shot save made, rebound loose on the doorstep, and eventually cleared. I'm not sure by who. Just 10 seconds on the power play. Ty James trying to catch the Bruins. Quickly flips one on net that's gloved and held by Solomon. 7:12 left to go here in period number 1. Tauros trail 1-0. With 3 seconds left on the power play. Tauros win the draw. Pajkic walks in, wires it's in. Pajkic with the blast as the power play expires. Here's the call to goal from Kobe Brault.
Equipment brings you that Minotauros goal. Goal scored by number 16, Dominic Pajkic. Assisted by number 15, Luca Hori. Even strength goal.
So, counts as an even strength goal as it came just after the power play expired. And now we've got an offside play as the whistle goes. Let's turn you back over to the PA.
It's time for tonight's Northern Century Salute. Tonight we salute Airman First Class Marisol Garcia. A1C Garcia has made impressive strides in her 5-level upgrade training, completing 78% of her requirements within just 6 months, putting her well ahead of schedule. Currently, she is serving in a manning assist role at the 23rd Bomb Squadron, where she processes flying hours and aircrew sorties for 90 aviators during a 50% squadron aviation resource manager manning shortage. In addition to her core duties, A1C Garcia contributed to Global Thunder preparations by assisting with a deep cleaning of the alert facility during the government furlough, ensuring the facility maintained high operational standards despite contractor support. During the U.S. Strategic Command's largest nuclear exercise, she took on CQ duties, managing logistical support and ensuring aircrew accountability. Her efforts played a key role in generating 44 sorties, showcasing the command's readiness and lethal capabilities. Fans, let's hear it one more time for A1C Marisol Garcia.
That's whistled a hand pass right off the draw, which will be a penalty. No. It is, yes. So it's a delay a game call. I thought that was right, but didn't see anyone coming to the penalty box right away. Delay a game call on the Tauros. Braden Jochums won the face-off with his hands, so the Tauros will be short-handed. Side of the net doesn't go. 11th on the power play are the Bruins, 24.10%. Tauros 24th on the kill, 75%. Bruins setting it up, walking in, wiring. That shot went wide for Sam Marshneck. Into the middle of the ice, Haruza can't settle it down. Williams hands to Sam. Sam Marshneck drops down low. They go to the middle and Haruza, it's broken up, but the Bruins find it first. Sam hands down low. They try to feed Matt Marshnick, doesn't connect. Up top to Williams instead. Williams hands off to Matt, to Sam. Shot save made, rebound, not cleared. Bruins keep. Williams near point. Hands down the wall, Matt Marshnick. Down to the corner and Paddington. Paddington up top for Williams. Williams looks for a shot, blockered away by Russley. Looked like there was room on that far side till Russley punched the puck away with the big blocker. Near side, Matt Marshnick. Shot blocked by Solominski. His clear is partially blocked, however. Sam Marshnick hands to Gavin Haruza. Up top, Williams comes across Matt Marshnick. His shot fired wide, and the rebound will carry out to neutral. 40 seconds left on the power play for the Bruins. Matt Marshnick into the zone. Looks across, he finds Coleman. Shot save made, and the rebound gloved out of midair. Let's send it down to Olivia at ice level.
You know, Ken, obviously having some new guys on the roster, I think the other thing that's huge is we have Davin Nichols and Ivan Sidorov also returning to the ice after being out for injuries. We see them both out there on the penalty kill, so definitely people to be keeping your eye out for. Obviously, I picked Luca Ori as my player to watch, and you picked Russley, but definitely a lot of other players you'll want to keep an eye out for tonight. Back to you, Ken.
Thank you, Olivia. Bruins control the draw. Still 30 seconds on the man advantage. Shot off the mask of Russley. Shakes his head, seems okay. Puck to the near side, Day. Up top, Albert. Albert to Day. His shot's blocked. It comes to the side of the net. Lipset hands back to Day. Day up top. Albert back to Day. Looks across far side. Touched up top. Albert. One-timer. Kicked away. Rebound. Loose in the slot. Eventually jammed in behind the net. Bruins still control. They've swarmed the Tauros this entire power play. Tauros come full strength. Puck ahead. Jockems picks it up. Sidorov was chopped down. No call coming. Jockems, though, turns on the Jets. Drives the net. Poke checked by Solomon and then goes down hard for the effort. Delayed offside. Jockems not thrilled with the officiating here. Delivers a huge hit on Doyle. Takes out some of that frustration, but the Bruins are into this zone. Coleman, shot blocked by Jockems, who chased him down from behind and then forces him to the wall. Jockems gets run by Lipset. Puck poked free. Jockems ahead. Klein trying to get a late piece of Jockems. Didn't work. Briggs not pressuring down low. Prima there as well, but the Bruins find possession. Flipped ahead. Prima couldn't glove that down to the stick. Jax Warren keeps that away from Klein for a moment. Then it's fed in front. Shot save made by Russley. Rebound picked up by the Bruins. Another shot. That one's blocked up and out of play for a whistle. Palindrome on the clock. 3:33 to play here in period number one. We're even at one. More fans checking in, mostly telling me sound is better. Davis is checking in from Choctaw Stadium. Draw to the right of Russley, Habla, and Sam Marshnick on the draw. Shots even at 12 aside, goals even at 1 aside. Pretty even period. Marlon Edwards broke his stick on the draw. Tauros chipped this down the ice. It goes for an icing. .326 to play here in the first. The far side, Tauros able to force that out. It's Habla, who is tied up by Sam Marshnick. Meanwhile, puck poked free, rolls to the near side. Edwards finds it, turns off pressure. Haruza takes it away as Marlon Edwards was taken down. Habla takes it right back, though. Drops back Spadaro. Spadaro leaves across for Solominski. Solominski pressured, turns it over. Shot coming, it missed high and wide. Williams keeps it at the blue line, down to the corner. Fed in front by Paddington, doesn't connect. Williams keeps it at the blue line, though, across Perreault. His shot blocked out front. It was Paddington trying to redirect it. Chipped up the wall, but not out by Vicklin. Perot, shot blocked right onto the tape of Edwards. Edwards tries to throw that across the ice, but it hits Haruza in the chest and falls to his tape. Near side, Coleman in, winds, fires, good block by Ty James coming on a change. James plays across the far side, Nichols looking to the middle of the ice. Tauros struggling to get out of their own zone. Now Edwards does, but Paddington takes it away and hoists it right back down into the Toro end. And that goes for an icing, barely. Pun not intended regarding the Bruins. Palindrome on the clock, 2:12 left to play. We're even at aces. Draw to the right of Solomon. Dumped down low. Sidorov can't quite reach. Paddington finds it. Far side. Sidorov bumps into Paddington, who sends the puck down the ice. They wave off the icing. It didn't quite get to the goal line. Habla on the far side. Touches behind the net for Kenny. Kenny met there. Turned over. Put in front. One-timer. Gloved and held by Rusley. Huge save by Devin Rusley. Draw to his right. Bruins win the draw in the Toro zone. 104 seconds is another quick save by Rusley. Draw will be to his right. Draw poked to the wall, eventually found by the Bruins. Shot coming, save made by Rusley. Rebound to the far side, another one thrown in front. Fought off by Rusley, a third and a fourth before he's able to get the cover. Draw will be to the right of Rusley, who's been busy. 5 shots in the last 2 minutes. Draw to the right of Rusley. Far side, they battle. Matt Marcinek has it poked away. Ramirez trying to go the other way. Breaks wide into the zone. Ramirez forced around. Can he wrap it? He can't. Solomon got there with the pad. Nichols will work a cycle. Jockham's down low. Jocks. So we hit the final minute of play, brought to you by our friends at Northern Plains Equipment. Jockham's stepped into by Albert. Far side, Ramirez. Plays it behind for Jockham's. Jockham's trying to sweep it back to the point. Spadaro across the blue line for Solominski. Solo walks it on his backhand. Flip save made. No rebound given by Solomon. Fans, reminder, don't just follow the Toros. Follow Edward Neiman on X at EDWARDNIEMAN1 for live updates through every Toros game, home and road. 42.7 left to go here in period 1. We're even. Out to neutral. Lipset looks across. Finds Paddington. Paddington forced to turn at the goal line from his knees. Plays it behind the net. Lipset for Williams, a good stick. Denies that chance, and the Toros able to fumble their way out to neutral. Ori, though, lost the handle at the blue line. Delayed offside, so he couldn't play. Kenny tries to glove that down. Puck touched by the Bruins. It's gathered up. Coleman shot up and over the crossbar. Paddington couldn't keep the rebound away from Ty James. 10 seconds left in the period. Kenny comes to the near side. Edwards, the soft flip out to neutral. Just out of the reach of Ori. Paddington finds it, dumps it in. They've got a man in offside. And the whistle goes. 20 minutes in the books. Tauros and Bruins even at one aside. We will send it down to the bench where Olivia will have, I imagine, Dom Pajkic. Well, looks like that's who she's got. Let's send it down to Olivia.
All right, let's send it down to Olivia Tasso. She's got our first goal scorer, Dominic Pajkic, for the Farmers Union Insurance intermission interview.
Dom, walk me through that first goal. How did it feel to contribute to the team?
It felt great. I mean, it was just a really good play by Luca to get it to me with a wide open lane. So it was really good, just hard work from the guys.
You know, you have some new teammates here this week. How has practice been? Walk me through that.
Practice has been good. I mean, the guys we picked up are hard-nosed guys. They know how to work. They have skill. They've got the whole package. So I'm really excited to be playing alongside these guys.
And then what needs to continue into the second to pull off the lead here?
I would say definitely being physical against this team. I mean, that and getting in behind their D, chipping pucks, because their D aren't the fastest group of guys. So if we keep doing that, I think we'll come out pretty good.
All right, thanks, Dom. Back to you, Ken.
Thank you, Olivia. We send you out to commercial.
Mix and match 3 apps with 3 sauces, like shrimp, boneless wings, onion rings with sweet chili, blue cheese, and marinara, or wonton tacos, waffle fries, and riblets with honey mustard, ranch, and honey barbecue, or brew pub pretzels, mozzarella sticks, and waffles.
How many combinations are there?
There's over 80,000.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Choose 3 apps and 3 sauces for $14.99. That's eating good in the neighborhood.
I am really passionate about this community.
We're very close-knit. A lot of us are heavily involved with sports, volunteer opportunities. It helps us build bonds within the community.
Yes, I work at Dakota West, but I'm also a member. Whatever I do affects myself and my family. We're all in this together. I think it's important to have that integrity.
Circle Sanitation is a locally owned family business providing quality waste hauling services since 1980. We provide service to residential and commercial customers, as well as roll-off service for large projects and construction sites. We are dedicated to providing excellent service at competitive prices without deceptive contracts or hidden fees. For more on what Circle Sanitation can do for you, call us or visit circlesanitation.com.
At Northwest Tire, we're part of your community, and we want you to be part of our family. We're about more than tires. We're about superior customer service to keep your vehicles and equipment safely rolling down the road. If you'd like to join a company that truly cares for our customers and employees, come work with us and become part of our growing family. Apply at nwtire.com.
Northwest Tire keeps you rolling down the road.
The Four Bears Casino Sportsbook has a new look. Enjoy Vegas-style betting in comfort. Play and qualify to win trips to Vikings or Raiders NFL games. Order a drink at the dedicated bar. Then kick back in a lounger and watch the full wall display. Feel the action all the way to the final moment and claim your winnings. Book it for private draft parties or game day too. Visit the remodeled Sportsbook at Four Bears Casino and Lodge, 4 miles west of Newtown.
Being Bison alumni, both Hunter and I know what's important.
Giving back to our community,
Supporting others,
and always being someone you can depend on.
like First Western always says.
You can bank on us.
People you know, teammates you trust.
First Western, you can bank on us.
Hey Minotauros fans, welcome to Caves, your home ice advantage for home technology, home convenience, and home entertainment. From game day on the big screens, to smart home upgrades, to keeping your house secure, plus car audio and a huge selection of game room gear and accessories, our team sets you up with a winning game plan. Stop by Caves in Minot or visit us at cavesnd.com. With Caves, you will always be in the game. Go Minotauros!
A better smile isn't just about how you look, it's about how you feel. At Prestwich Orthodontics, we believe straight teeth lead to more than confidence. They lead to better health, higher quality of life, and a stronger you. From Invisalign to braces, our care is built around improving your life, not just your smile. Because when you feel good, you live better. Start your journey today at minotbraces.com.
All right, Tauros fans, welcome to the intermission show. To start, we are going to go right in and roll some highlights. Let me get those pulled up for you. We'll get those going. We just had 2 goals in the first, one by Austin and one by Minot. Let's go ahead and take a look at those. We'll see that first goal, and then we will see Minot's goal. Obviously, super impressive and always great to see those scoring chances. Then penalty-wise, the Tauros just had one by Braden Jockums for a delay of game, which, you know, it's going to happen. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of those live scores we have going on tonight. We have the Minnesota Mallards playing Watertown, and Watertown is currently winning 1-0 with about 1 minute left in the first. Then we have the Aberdeen Wings playing Bismarck, currently 0-0 with 15 minutes left to go in the second. That's obviously a game we'll want to keep an eye out for. We also have, let's pick another game. We have Danbury playing Northeast, that's tied 1-1. We have Chippewa playing the Springfield Junior Blues, Chippewa 1, Junior Blues 2, and then we have Janesville Jets playing Minnesota Wilderness. Janesville is winning 3-2. And then to touch on some D1 scores as well, we'll take a look. We have Army Air Force. Air Force is winning 6-3 with about 4 minutes left in the third period. High scoring game. Michigan State is winning against Wisconsin 2-0 at the end of the first. Minnesota is playing Penn State, winning 3-2 with about 1 minute left in the second. And we also have Yale playing Brown. Brown winning 3-2 with about 5 minutes left in the third. We are going to send it out to a quick commercial, and then we'll be right back.
Hey Minotauros fans, welcome to Caves, your home ice advantage for home technology, home convenience, and home entertainment. From game day on the big screens, to smart home upgrades, to keeping your house secure, plus car audio and a huge selection of game room gear and accessories, our team sets you up with a winning game plan. Stop by Caves in Minot or visit us at cavesnd.com. With Caves, you will always be in the game. Go Minotauros!
A better smile isn't just about how you look, it's about how you feel. At Prestwich Orthodontics, we believe straight teeth lead to more than confidence. They lead to better health, higher quality of life, and a stronger you. From Invisalign to braces, our care is built around improving your life, not just your smile. Because when you feel good, you live better. Start your journey today at mynotbraces.com.
Your plan speaks volumes when you're going to have a drink. Be intentional to ensure your safety and the safety of others by keeping just a few things in mind. The first is to look out for your friends and be the designated driver. Even if someone says they're fine doesn't mean they are. Second, incorporate water into your night. Ordering a glass can encourage your friends to take note. Third, be the person your friends trust and say no to the next round. And fourth, lend a hand when your friends have reached their limit. Your plan speaks volumes. Know your drink. Know your limit.
Since 2003, the architects and engineers at Ackerman Estvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Estvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
Being in business for over 25 years, we've learned a lot about why local matters. Unlike those guys, we take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
All right, we are back to go over some USHL scores. I feel like we need to do that now with Brady Zuzek being called up to the Fargo Force. Madison Capitals played the NTDP team, and Madison won 5-3. Fargo is currently losing with about 15 minutes left in the third. They are down 3-1. We have the Lumberjacks playing the Rough Riders, tied 2-2 about halfway through the second period. Green Bay Gamblers playing the Omaha Lancers with about 5 minutes left in the second, and Green Bay is winning 4-1. Chicago Steel playing Sioux Falls Stampede with about 2 minutes left in the second, tied 1-1. Lincoln Stars playing the Buccaneers, tied 1-1 with 8 seconds left in the second. Sioux City Musketeers playing Tri-City Storm with about 8 minutes left in the second. That is Tri-City 2, Musketeers 1. Youngstown is playing Dubuque Fighting Saints, and Youngstown is winning 2-1 with about 8 minutes left in the second. We're now going to start a new segment during this intermission show. We're going to send you guys and let you guys see the interviews we do with players. The first player I had the opportunity to sit down with was Davin Nichols, who is a returner from last year. Devin was awarded an A this year, so you guys are going to hear a little bit about that and a little bit about this first period intermission, when he started playing hockey and how he started that out. And then second period intermission, you'll hear a little bit more about his experience in Minot. So go ahead and take a look at this interview, and I will see you guys next period. Hello, Tauros fans. I'm joined with Davin Nichols here today. Dev, you just got awarded the A. What does it mean to wear that alongside Gabriel Kenny?
It means a lot. I haven't been a captain of any of my teams. I think my high school team I should have been, and I wasn't. And Kenny's obviously a great leader, so that means a lot to me.
When did you first start playing hockey?
My dad had me skating when I was like 1 year old, so I would say right around there.
Did you play any other sports before deciding to stick with hockey?
Yeah, I played soccer. He was a soccer coach, so he made me play soccer. I love baseball and lacrosse. That was it.
You mentioned your dad. How has your family influenced your hockey journey?
My dad loves every sport. He obviously had me playing hockey right away. He loves hockey, watching every sport, anything that's on, but he loves hockey, and that kind of is where it came from.
What's one piece of advice you would give your younger self starting in the hockey world?
I would say hard work pays off, and just putting in work every day, it would definitely pay off. So that's what I would say.
At what age did you realize you really wanted to pursue hockey?
I would say kind of right away, like when you're a kid and you kind of realize what's going on. So probably like 7 to 8 years old, right around there, I would say.
What's your earliest memory playing hockey?
I would say I was probably around 8 years old. I forget if it was a tournament or like the league or whatever, but won it in a shootout, and that was probably it.
What's been one of your biggest challenges you've faced so far in the hockey world?
I'd say just a couple things. Injury being one of them, especially this year, the way I play, so that's tough. And then there's just so many guys, so many leagues, so playing or trying to get to the next level when there's tens of thousands of kids trying to do the same thing, it's tough.
All right, Genty, time to learn the option play.
Come on, Coach. I know how to run the option.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Mix and match 3 apps with 3 sauces, like shrimp, boneless wings, onion rings with sweet chili, blue cheese, and marinara. Or wonton tacos, waffle fries, and riblets with honey mustard, ranch, and honey barbecue. Or brew pub pretzels, mozzarella sticks,
Hey,
and waffle.
Coach. How many combinations are there?
There's over 80,000.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Choose 3 apps and 3 sauces for $14.99. That's eating good in the neighborhood.
I am really passionate about this community.
We're very close-knit. A lot of us are heavily involved with sports, volunteer opportunities. It helps us build bonds within the community.
Yes, I work at Dakota West, but I'm also a member. Whatever I do affects myself and my family. We're all in this together. I think it's important to have that integrity.
Circle Sanitation is a locally owned family business providing quality waste hauling services since 1980. We provide service to residential and commercial customers, as well as roll-off service for large projects and construction sites. We are dedicated to providing excellent service at competitive prices without deceptive contracts or hidden fees. For more on what Circle Sanitation can do for you, call us or visit circlesanitation.com.
At Northwest Tire, we're part of your community, and we want you to be part of our family. We're about more than tires. We're about superior customer service to keep your vehicles and equipment safely rolling down the road. If you'd like to join a company that truly cares for our customers and employees, come work with us and become part of our growing family. Apply at nwtire.com.
Northwest Tire keeps you rolling down the road.
The Four Bears Casino Sportsbook has a new look. Enjoy Vegas-style betting in comfort. Play and qualify to win trips to Vikings or Raiders NFL games. Order a drink at the dedicated bar. Then kick back in a lounger and watch the full wall display. Feel the action all the way to the final moment and claim your winnings. Book it for private draft parties or game day too. Visit the remodeled Sportsbook at Four Bears Casino and Lodge, 4 miles west of Newtown.
Being Bison alumni, both Hunter and I know what's important.
Giving back to our community,
Supporting others.
and always being someone you can depend on.
Like First Western always says.
You can bank on us.
People you know, teammates you trust.
First Western. You can bank on us.
Hey Minotauros fans, welcome to Caves, your home ice advantage for home technology, home convenience, and home entertainment. From game day on the big screens, to smart home upgrades, to keeping your house secure, plus car audio and a huge selection of game room gear and accessories, our team sets you up with a winning game plan. Stop by Caves in Minot or visit us at cavesnd.com. With Caves, you will always be in the game.
Welcome back inside the Pepsi Rink at Maysa Arena. As we approach the start of period number 2. Teams will switch sides. We start the second period even at 1 aside. Goals from Simon Marshinock and Dominic Pikic. So far in this one, shots 17-14 in favor of the Austin Bruins. Tauros win the draw to start period number 2. Williams picks off that pass, however, hands to the near side. Franchetti rolls it deep. Sidorov lost it behind the net. Ellison from the near point pinches down, drives the goal line. Good stick lift and takeaway by Luca Ori. He gets help from Kenny, and the Tauros will push play out to neutral. Kenny gains the red line, rolls it into the offensive zone, but Sidorov couldn't find the handle. Far side, thrown to the middle of the ice. Franchetti kicks to the stick, leaves off far side. Bruins roll it deep into the Toro zone. Kenny bumped off by Franchetti. I believe is the nephew, former NHL tough guy. This is Lipset in neutral. Delayed offside, so the Bruins can't touch. Now they couldn't enter the zone. Coleman throws this into the corner. Kenny on it. Lipset steps into him, but the puck's ahead on the near side. Ori, help from Sidorov, who was well short of center when he flipped that into the offensive zone for an icing. Icing is brought to you by our friends at Minot's Finest Collision Center. The Bass family checking in, as are the Pikiches, the Brits from here at the Mesa, and the Solominskis from the couch in Connecticut. A weekend on the couch. Toros got to have one last weekend. Including myself. This is Gabe Kenny. Flicks ahead. Toros take back over. It's Sidorov handing back to Ty James ahead. Vicklin stepped into. They'll battle on the near side wall. Prima, Lipset, Paddington, all there. Eventually it squirts to Ty James, who will dump this one in. Toros able to change some bodies after the icing. Vicklin with a hit behind the net, frees it up. Prima tries to work it down to him, but Albert picks it off, hands behind the net for Luong. Far side, Coleman stepped into as Spadaro pinched down, puck poked to the middle of the ice. Unable to get there was Prima, and it sent down the ice for Solominski. Solo flicks ahead on the near side. It was tipped, so no icing. Long back on it, turns it over to Jockums, who tried to play it to the middle, but the Marshniks took it away. Flipped ahead for Sam. Solominski got there first, however, and plays ahead from the red line, dumped into the offensive zone. It gets through Doyle. Jockums up on the pressure. Delivers a hit along that near side door. Puck squirts up the near side wall. Sam Marshnick. He'll work on Pikic. Thrown backside. He missed brother Matt. Haruza steps in, shovels it along to the near side. Ellison punches it into the corner. Pykic moves to the near side. Ori drops it back. Jacks Warren. Warren ahead for Jockums. Jocks will dump that in from the red line. It actually caught someone in front of the Toro bench. I don't know how that wasn't either just a dead puck, as it was a Toro hanging over the bench, or possibly even, I guess he was hanging over the bench, so it wouldn't be a too many men, but awfully close. This is Day behind. Pykic leaves. Habla stepped into. Edwards couldn't find the handle. Able to do so was Klein. Klein tries to work it back to the point. It's off the mark, however. Jammed out to neutral. Ellison dumps it in. The Bruins have to touch up. Warren back on it. We still don't have a shot on goal in this period. We've played 3.5 minutes as that pops up into the Toro bench. That time the whistle goes. 16-18 to play here in the second. Still 1-1. Draw will be moved back. They'll drop it at the center dot. Foils on the draw for the Toros against Beckwith. Beckwith just pushes Foils out of the dot, hoping his teammates find it. They do, and they drop it back to their goaltender. Williams ahead. Ahead for Beckwith. Beckwith turning. It ends up on net, and Rusley will cover as pressure arrives. Ruth steps into Ty James. James and Ruth separated by the linesman. Ruth got really aggressive once the linesmen were standing between him and Ty. As we get a look at the Toros' point leaders. Ty James along with Pykic and Wicklund. Well, I guess Pykic, this was coming into play tonight, so Pykic now a point ahead in third. Ty James with 10 on the year. Pykic with 11. Draw to the right of Rusley, who's made the only save of the period. Long shot. That hit Ruth in the ankle. Toros start up ice. Foils rolls it into the zone, tries to chase it down. Taken away. Offside play, and the whistle goes. .53 left to go here in period number 2 as we look at the point leaders for each team in the division. Of course, Brady Zuzek was the Toros point leader before being called up to Fargo. Puck dumped in by the Bruins. Pykic back on it, plays behind the net for Warren, who falls down. Good support from the Toros, though. Turned over, though, in front. Shot, it's in. Peruza from Matt Marshinick. And the Toros trail 2-1. So we get another look at that turnover behind the net. Jockums tried to help out, but eventually lost the battle. And Haruza from the hash marks, able to capitalize on the one-time feed. Or one-time the feed, I should say. And the Toros trail once again. Toros win the draw. Ty James across. Kenny. Kenny gains the red line, dumps that in on net. Solomon will cover that. Let's send it down to Olivia. Liv, what do you got for us?
Thanks, Ken. I'm joined down here with a very special guest, Tank himself. I got a chance to talk to assistant coach Mike Meredith. Oh my goodness, Tank has me nervous down here in the intermission. Okay, Tank, you need to go. And he said the #1 thing is just cleaning up the D zone. One thing he did like was once the puck got past the the Bruins D, he was impressed with our game, but we need to be better at faceoffs, quit running around and watching the puck, and just focus on getting it to the net, and just cleaning up that space was his biggest things, and continuing to play the next 40 minutes. Back to you, Ken.
Thank you, Olivia. Bruins control the draw to the right of Solomon. And play that out to neutral. Ori comes across. Not dumps that in. Far side. They dig along the wall. 900 seconds left here in period 2. Tauros trail 2-1. Shots 19-16 in favor of the Bruins as the scrum continues just to the left of the Zamdor. Bruins eventually dig it out. Chipped up the wall. Good pinch kept alive by Ori. I guess not a pinch, he was a forward covering the point. Meanwhile, Ori hooked and held and still keeps possession, then touches to the middle of the ice. He misses. Knott, who gets spun off the puck, and the Tauros will go to the power play after Williams spun Knott away from his pursuit of the puck. 14:25 left to go here in period 2, and the Tauros go back to the First Western Bank and Trust power play. Williams barking at the referee, refusing to get in the penalty box. Finally, he does. Tauros 0 for 1 on the power play, but Pikage's goal came seconds after the power play expired. Let's see if the Tauros can generate some good momentum again. Prima looks across. Solominski wires. That's blocked in front. Luong fails to clear. Ori. Long shot save made through traffic. Lipset finds it and chips ahead for Klein. Klein attacking shorthanded. Save made. Rebound left. And Klein, second shorthanded goal of the night. As Russley made the first stop, and then Prima just skated by and allowed Klein to jam the rebound home. And the Tauros trail by a pair, 1:38 left on the power play. But the Bruins, who had 8 shorthanded goals coming into play tonight, now have 10 on the season. Most teams won't even get to 10 in a full year. This is Spadaro on the far side, speeds ahead into the zone. Drops for Vicklin, shot save made by Solomon, no rebound given. Sally B and the Chicago crew checking in. .47 left to go here in period 2. Tauros trail 3-1. Apparently we've got a bad drop, so we'll do it again. Sidorov, Habla, and Vicklin in front of Spadaro and James. That drop appeared worse to me, but we'll play on. Sidorov guides it back to the point and Ty James. Ty looking for a lane shot, save made, rebound given to the far side, Vicklin. Vicklin guides it up top, Spadaro. Spadaro to James. Comes near side, Habla. Delayed call coming, it's going to be on the Tauros. Sidorov gets called for a high stick. I didn't see it. Do we have another look? I don't know. Must have been something to do with the net front battle, but either way, that'll do it for the Tauros power play. We'll go 4-on-4 for the next minute, too. So that power play went about as poorly as one could go for the Tauros. They give up the shorthanded goal and then take a penalty of their own. Coleman on the draw. Prima steps in, takes it back. Solominski across for Pikic. Pikic leaves for Habla. Habla takes it to the corner, puts it in front for Prima, but it's poked away by Solomon. Cross for Day. He lost his stick and wanted a penalty call. Meanwhile, Prima dances in. Prima, shot save made as he danced through the defense. Up top, he missed Pikic. Pikic. Toss across. Solominski kicks to the stick and carries ahead. Ships it up ice. It doesn't connect with Habla. Into the corner it goes. Prima couldn't find it. Toss across was behind Day. Good step up by Solominski. Habla couldn't keep it away, however, from Haruza. And the Bruins take over. Bruins come full strength. They go on the power play for 58 seconds. Now 48 of them left. As Williams, the captain, the defenseman, carries all the way around behind the net. Will he carry up to the blue line? He will. Now he'll leave off near side. Sam Marshneck looks across for brother Matt, who shot it off the end glass. Near side. Ramirez couldn't clear the zone. Bruins do it on their own, and the toss across to Matt Marshneck. Marshneck hands to Haruza, drops to Sam into the middle. That pass took Williams out to neutral, and the whistle goes. 20 ticks left to talk on the Papa John's PK. Shots even at 21 aside, but the Bruins lead 3-1. Tauros get possession and send it all the way down. Solomon with the stop. Sam Marshneck looks across. Haruza flubbed the one-timer. Good stick by Jockums, tips that out to neutral. Tauros come full strength. Sidorov out of the box. Paddington and Ty James tied up. Kenny took a man down. Tauros control. Near side, Ty James gets away from Paddington. Then throws across the far side. Briggs not. Has it poked away. Paddington trying to drive the net, but he's collapsed on by the Tauros defense. That goes out to neutral. I thought there was something laying next to the net. It was just the tape job on the knob of Rusley's stick as he had the paddle down along the ice. Albert tied up with Ori. Briggs Knott steps in, guides that ahead. Perot with it, fires one up ice. Picked off by Davin Nichols. Tauros had to get onside. They do. Knott put it across. Unable to tip it was Foyles. Down low. Perot. Throws to the near side, Franchetti. Forced to turn by Nichols. Perot interferes with Foyles. It's ahead for Beckwith, who can't catch the carom off the wall or the linesman. Albert dumps it in, then cross-checks Foyles. Meanwhile ahead, Davin Nichols puts a man down hard. Luong dumps it in. Cross corner. Solominski, near corner. Looking across, he misses Briggs Knott, who's been out there for a while. Rusley hands to Spadaro. Across the near side, Solominski. Solo. Up ice, Nichols looks across. Tipped into the Bruin bench by Prima for a whistle. We're at our media timeout. We will send it down to Olivia.
Ken, on the big screen too down here, but I just wanted to tell fans, make sure you're tuning into All Access. This upcoming week is probably one of my favorite interviews I've ever filmed with some vets for vets, and that's definitely one you don't want to miss. That will be coming out on Tuesday, leading up to the Black Friday games and that jersey auction. Definitely something you don't want to miss. We'll also have Mic'd Up Monday coming out on All Access and TikTok as well, so definitely make sure you're tuning into those socials and staying up to date. Back to you, Ken.
Thank you, Olivia. Yeah, looking forward to hearing that interview as well as seeing those jerseys. Sebastian absolutely knocked it out of the park. Toros will be wearing them Friday and Saturday. Auction, 100% of the proceeds from the auction go to the crew from Vets for Vets. 50-50 draw. Lays free. Eventually Long finds it and just punches it down to Russley. He hands off for Jax Warren. Warren to the near side. It gets out to neutral. Doyle got there first. Plays it to the Toro blue line where Paddington sweeps it into the Toro end. Pikich on it there. Pikich looks across. It misses Davin Nichols. Second try up ice. Tipped away before they can find Vyorbyov. Vyorbyov finds this behind the net. Around the zone he goes. It's chopped off his stick and caroms out to neutral. He'll come near side. Pikich dumps it in, gets hit by Lipset for the effort. Behind the net it goes. Far side, Vyorbyov steps into Doyle. Toros have an all-Russian line out. Vyorbyov, Sidorov, and Prima. So that's thrown in front. Jam play doesn't go. Russley made the stop, and the rebound went up and out of play. Shots even at 22 aside now, but the Bruins lead 3-1. Really two short-handed goals, the difference in this one. Draw in the Toro zone. Neither team gains possession until finally Habla does. Cross from Marlon Edwards. Edwards lost the handle, banks it up ice, and the Toros just punch it deep. Vikland up on the pressure. Played with a high stick. Bruins touch so the Toros can pursue again. Eventually they dig it out. Chipped to the near side. Flood rolls it in for Klein. Kenny gets there first. The duo come together. Now they battle behind the net. Kenny comes out with the puck. Plays the near side. Vikland. Philip Vikland forced behind the net by Flood. Hits the brakes. Then comes to the near side. Ty James. Ty speeds ahead. Throws it up the near wall. Habla to the middle. He wanted Edwards, but it didn't connect. 7:55 to go as it's up ice for Matt Marcinak. Marcinak turning. Comes across for Ellison, who punches it deep. Day moves it to the far corner. Matt Marcinak gives to brother Sam across to the Ellison from the point. Shot kicked away by Russley. Rebound. Eventually found by Vikland. They'll chip it behind the net. James gets help. They play to the far side. Ty James will start the Toros out on the give and go play. Then he gives to Vikland. Vikland chips. Toros will change. They've got Haruza on the near side. Solominski just caught a stick to the face. That was a follow-through, though, so it shouldn't be called. Much the dismay of the Toros fans who were right there along the glass. Taken away. Sam Marcinak on the far side. Looks across for Haruza, but it's read well by Solominski. Solominski up ice for Nichols. Nichols hits the brakes, tries to cut in, but he gets upended by Williams. Solo throws it on net, and it caught his teammate in the back of the neck, and the whistle goes. Solominski over to have words. With Franchetti. .6:51 left. They'll put this draw out in neutral because it was an injured Toro that led to the stoppage. Beckwith and Jockums. Jockums wins it cleanly back. Pikich has it poked off his stick, though, by Franchetti. Good touch by Warren. Feeds Ramirez. Jockums trying to get through. He can't. Jax Warren takes over. Throws up ice for Ramirez. Hands to Jockums. Jockums stood up by Albert. Good hit in front of the Toro bench. Ramirez on Williams. Up ice for Nichols. Nichols steps into Albert. Pikic back on this. Franchetti takes it away. Comes across for Albert. To the middle. Good stick by Jockums. Pokes that away. Beckwith chopped at it. Nichols finishes on Albert. Albert, though, eventually able to gather and dump it in. Delayed offside. So Pikic plays ahead to Davin Nichols. Fires it into the zone. Ramirez gives chase against Perreault. Far side. Long turning. And Perreault sent this down the ice. And it goes for an icing. Paddington tried to jump on the ice in favor of Ruth, but Cam Johnson, the referee for tonight, an Austin, Minnesota native, was able to catch him. Tauros control the draw. Quick shot, save made. Rebound. Tied up. Lipset picks this off. Banks ahead for Beckwith. Beckwith looking to return it to Lipset, but a good stick by Kenny. Follow-up try missed wide for Lipset as well. Near corner. They dig along the boards. Ty James just got hit very hard in the numbers, and the Tauros will go to the power play. And Coleman followed the referee up the ice, barking at him. Tauros to the power play, though. 4:58 to play here in period number 2. Jockums, Prima, Ori, Edwards, and Solominski. At this point, the way this evening is gone, Tauros have had 2 power plays. They've allowed 2 shorthanded goals. It's as much about scoring here as it is keeping the Bruins off the board. 50-50 draw, kicked sideways. Bruins trying to clear. Beckwith does, and the race is on. Beckwith has Klein with him, but Solominski got back to that puck first. Beckwith lost his stick. Tauros start up the ice. Prima left on the far side. The Bruins find it and send it all the way down. Solominski to Ori. Ori hands to Jockums. Tauros gain the line. Jockums drops it back to Solo. Solo shot up off the glass. May have taken a tip on the way through. Edwards did well to keep that in the zone. Looks up top, Solominski. He'll leave off far side, Ori. Ori comes to Edwards. Edwards walks in, then hands back up top for Solo. Back to Ori. Ori to Solo. Solo looking for a lane. It's blocked. A good leg by Lipset. Now the race is on the other way. Lipset pulled by Solominski. And the Tauros will be off the power play. Second power play in a row that ends with the Tauros taking a penalty of their own. This one probably a smart play by Solo, though, even though it ends the power play. It keeps Lipset from being one-on-one with the goaltender. Bruins win the draw. Matt Marshnick hands up top for Ellison. Matt Marshnick interfered with Ty James. We play on. Bruins running all kinds of pick plays in the offensive zone, trying to get free. This is Doyle around the zone. Doyle leaves for Ellison. Up top, Sam Marshnick. Hands off, Matt Marshnick. Down to Sam, back to Matt. Shot save made, rebound given. Another one kicked away by Russley, a third. Tauros fans show their appreciation. This is 4-on-4 right now, but the Tauros have yet to possess the puck. 5 seconds until the Bruins go to the power play. Bruins back at full strength as Coleman steps out of the box. Tauros to the Papa John's PK. They force the Bruins out to neutral at least. 54 seconds left in the Papa John's PK. Coleman stepped into by Ty James. Kenny hammers this around to the far side. He gets by a man at the point. That was Trace Day. Ends up on net. Thrown ahead along the near side. Lipset hands up to Beckwith. Beckwith looks to the middle, taken away. Ramirez stepped into by Day. Up top, Ellison, or Albert, I should say. Shot blocked by Spadaro. Ellison to the near point and Day. Day looks across. Coleman's shot blocked. It still got through to be kicked away by Russley. Rebound rung to the near side and Day. Trace Day leaves up top for Albert. Albert walks in. Carries around behind the net. Tauros come full strength. Meanwhile, it's thrown out to neutral for Solominski. Solo has Nichols with him. And a good stick by Day breaks that up. Day hit hard by Pikic as he rolls one on net for an easy save and whistle for Russley. 95 seconds left to go here in period number 2. Tauros trail 3-1. Draw will be to the left of Russley. Tauros control the draw and start up ice. Prima lost it in the corner to Perreault. Marlon Edwards steps in. Puck pinballs and eventually Prima comes away with it. Prima sweeps back to the point. Solominski, one-timer, takes a deflection and goes up and over. Edwards guides it back to the point. Pikic, his long shot gobbled up by Solomon. 1:09 left here in the period. Offensive zone draw. Draw controlled by the Tauros after Edwards was pinned to the ice by Williams. Williams finds this on the near side. Turned over in the middle of the ice. Edwards pulled down. Tauros will get a power play. Solominski with a long shot, gloved and held by Solomon. It's a trip, though, and the Tauros back to the power play with less than a minute to play here in the period. .4. Draw to the right of Solomon. Sidorov wins it back, but the Tauros can't keep possession. This sent down the ice. No icing as the Tauros are on the power play. power play has been a disaster for the Tauros tonight. 36 seconds left in the period. Unless the Tauros score or take a penalty, the power play will carry over to the second. This is Vickland. Gains the line, hands off, then puck dump deep. Williams will be the first to it. Habla keeps it away from him. Ty James pinches down. 20 seconds in the period. James leaves for Spadaro. Spadaro across. One-timer by Vickland. Stopped by Solomon. Vickland carries to the corner. Tauros try to jam it back to the point, but it's taken away and cleared, and that'll do it for period number 2. 40 minutes in the books. Second period couldn't have gone worse for the Tauros. They give up 2 goals and will enter the third trailing 3-1. We'll hear from Olivia at ice level. Looks like she's got Davin Nichols.
All right, let's send it down to Olivia's house. So she's got the newest assistant captain for the Tauros, Davin Nichols.
Tauros fans, I'm joined with Davin Nichols. Dav, you got awarded the A. What does that mean to you to wear that on your chest alongside Gabe Kenny?
It means a lot. It means a lot. We got a lot of younger guys, so have them look up to me. It means a lot to me, so yeah.
You know, what did you see in that second period, something that you liked from the team?
To be honest, not much. Turned the puck over way too much, gave up another shorthanded goal, so we got to start getting pucks deep, play more physical, and get some shots on net.
Being back after being injured, what's it been like in Minot with the fans?
It's been good. Still working on the injury, but it's good.
All right, best of luck. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Olivia. Tauros trail 3-1. Let's take a look at the other games in the Central. Bismarck a 2-1 lead on Aberdeen. That one is late in the second. Watertown a 1-0 lead late in the first. Let's see, maybe that didn't update. No, they're in the third now and it's 4-1 in favor of Watertown, who's out shooting the Mallards 30-9. My goodness. But we will send it out to break. Come back with more after this.
Our history sets us on our path. From the moment we're born, we begin our walk through life. We learn so we can discover. We find our passion and develop our skills. We build relationships. We start thinking about what we're going to leave behind to those we love. Let our legacy help shape yours. First International Bank and Trust. No matter your place in life, we can help you live first.
As far as what Plains Egg has to offer, great pay along with some of the best benefits that I've seen in the job market.
The company understands the importance of family and family values. You need to have that time with your children. Plains Ag is 100% family oriented.
I love working here, very helpful.
There's no problem it feels like we can't solve when we're working together.
Go to plainsegg.com, fill out the application, and we'll be in touch with you shortly.
Circle Sanitation is a locally owned family business providing quality waste hauling services since 1980. We provide service to residential and commercial customers, as well as roll-off service for large projects and construction sites. We are dedicated to providing excellent service at competitive prices without deceptive contracts or hidden fees. For more on what Circle Sanitation can do for you, call us or visit circlesanitation.com.
Being in business for over 25 years, we've learned a lot about why local matters. Unlike those guys, we take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
All right, Tauros fans, we are back with the intermission report. To go over the highlights, we're going to show you guys from that first and second period. Give me 1 second to get those rolling. We had 2 goals from Austin in the second, and we'll go ahead and take a look at all the highlights, starting with the first period. First period, we had Austin getting a goal with 8 minutes left on the clock. We'll see that one right here. Then to Dominic Pikic was able to respond, assisted by Luca Ori. And we'll see that one right here. Obviously a super impressive goal by Dom. Our defensive minute scoring a lot of goals for us, which has been super nice to see. Then going into the second, we will have 2 Austin Bruin goals, which the Tauros are now trailing 3-1. We'll see both of those. We had a decent amount of penalties also in the second. Nathan Williams, Ivan Sabdorov, Michael Coleman, Michael Solominski, Gavin Uvra, and we'll see that last goal right. Obviously, like we said, we're down, so hoping that we can pick it up going into the third. I know Ken was touching on some out-of-town scores, but to look at those again, Watertown is leading 4-1 with about 17 minutes left. It looks like Philadelphia won against Johnstown 5-3. El Paso is winning against Shreveport 4-1. We have Chippewa Steel and Springfield Junior Blues. Springfield is winning 6-1. Janesville and Minnesota Wilderness. Janesville's winning 3-2, same score as last time. We have Corpus Christi and New Mexico tied 1-1 at the end of the second. And we have the 2 Alaska games, Alaska Anchorage versus Fairbanks, and then Wisconsin Wendigo playing Kenai. Both of those starting at 7:30 p.m. Alaska time, so obviously those will take a later start. Then we have Aberdeen Wings losing to Bismarck Bobcats 2-1. Lone Star winning to Amarillo 2-0. To then touch on some USHL scores. Give me 1 second to refresh these. We will see Fargo ended up dropping that game, and Waterloo won 5-1. We have about 9 minutes left. The Lumberjacks playing the Rough Riders tied 2-2. Green Bay and Lancers. Green Bay is winning 6-2. And then we have Sioux Falls going into overtime with the Steel, Chicago Steel 2-2. Lincoln Stars versus the Buccaneers with about 2 minutes left in the third. So we'll see who wins that game. We are going to send it out to a quick break, and when we get back, we'll have those D1 scores along with the rest of the Davin Nichols interview.
Circle Sanitation is a locally owned family business providing quality waste hauling services since 1980. We provide service to residential and commercial customers, as well as roll-off service for large projects and construction sites. We are dedicated to providing excellent service at competitive prices without deceptive contracts or hidden fees. For more on what Circle Sanitation can do for you, call us or visit circlesanitation.com.
At Northwest Tire, we're part of your community, and we want you to be part of our family. We're about more than tires. We're about superior customer service to keep your vehicles and equipment safely rolling down the road. If you'd like to join a company that truly cares for our customers and employees, come work with us and become part of our growing family. Apply at nwtire.com.
Northwest Tire keeps you rolling down the road.
The Four Bears Casino Sportsbook has a new look. Enjoy Vegas-style betting in comfort. Play and qualify to win trips to Vikings or Raiders NFL games. Order a drink at the dedicated bar. Then kick back in a lounger and watch the full wall display. Feel the action all the way to the final moment and claim your winnings. Book it for private draft parties or game day too. Visit the remodeled Sportsbook at Four Bears Casino and Lodge, 4 miles west of Newtown.
Being Bison alumni, both Hunter and I know what's important.
Giving back to our community,
supporting others,
and always being someone you can depend on.
Like First Western always says,
you can bank on us.
People you know, teammates you trust.
First Western, you can bank on us.
Hey Minotauros fans, welcome to Caves, your home ice advantage for home technology, home convenience, and home entertainment. From game day on the big screens, to smart home upgrades, to keeping your house secure, plus car audio and a huge selection of game room gear and accessories, our team sets you up with a winning game plan. Stop by Caves in Minot or visit us at cavesnd.com. With Caves, you will always be in the game. Go Minotauros!
All right, we do have those D1 scores loaded in. Air Force ended up winning against Army 6-3. Minnesota won against Penn State 3-2. Wisconsin won against Michigan State, is currently winning against Michigan State with about 16 minutes left in the third. Michigan beat Ohio 5-2. Michigan Tech is currently losing to Minnesota State 3-0 with about 3 minutes left in the third. Bowling Green is playing St. Thomas, winning 2-1 with about 2 minutes left in the third. And let's look at some other ones. Boston University is playing Northeastern. Northeastern won 3-2. Boston College beat Maine 7-3. Denver is currently winning against Arizona State 4-0 with about 12 minutes left in the second period. St. Cloud is currently losing to Miami of Ohio 6-5 with about 3 minutes left. Obviously some super impressive games we have going on tonight. And then it looks like North Dakota is playing the USA hockey team, and there is no score currently on that one. It must be starting in a little bit. Those are your out-of-town and college, as well as now USHL scores for today. I want to make sure you guys are tuning into All Access. As I talked about, we have a super exciting Vets for Vets interview coming. Definitely my favorite interview I've filmed so far out of everyone I've talked to. It was just really a natural and pure interview, one you won't want to miss, especially going into Black Friday weekend. Make sure you're tuning into All Access, keeping updated on socials. We're going to have that auction going live, so you don't want to miss this one. These jerseys are incredible. I know the boys were so impressed with them, as well as us. Now we're going to show you guys the second part of my interview with Davin Nichols. This one's going to be more focused on his time here in Minot and his hockey career. So go ahead and take a look at that, and I'll see you guys down on the ice. Coming in, this is your second season. How has the chemistry been this year in the locker room?
I think it's been pretty good. There's some ups and downs, but I think we're really clicking now, and it's going in the right direction.
Is there a teammate that's really stuck with you and stuck out to you this year?
I would say Dane. We live together now, and we had a good year last year, so I'd say Dane.
What's the best advice a coach has ever given you?
I'd say to play my game. There's not a lot of guys that play the way I play, I guess, so don't stray away from that and kind of do what you do best.
What would you say you do best on the ice?
I'd say physicality and just causing havoc.
Deb, you just talked about being a physical presence and obviously now wearing that A on your chest. How important has leadership to you been this season?
I think it's huge. I'm always big on like standing up for your teammates and stuff like that, and Kenny does a great job of that too, and we've kind of talked about that in the locker room. Not just us, anyone at any time can be that guy, and yeah, we're really big on that. So.
And what would you say has been the biggest difference you've seen this year on this Minotauros team compared to other teams you've played for?
I'll compare it to last year. We might not be as old and maybe as skilled, but we're definitely heavier. We're more physical and, like I just said, willing to stick up for our teammates more. So.
Being in Minot for a long season, obviously away from home, how do you stay focused during such a long season?
Just try to go day by day instead of looking at it as like 9 months that you're here. It goes by a lot quicker. So that's how I do it.
What's been your favorite memory playing hockey?
I don't know about memory, but just like last year I got the opportunity to come here. Cody gave me the opportunity, wasn't drafted or tendered, and I made the team at a training camp, and that was kind of it for me, just a huge accomplishment, I would say.
Heading into a game, do you have any pregame rituals or superstitions?
I wouldn't say like specific ones, but like I'll do something one night, and if it works, I'll do the same thing the other night, and if it doesn't, I'll change it. So like where my stick goes after warm-ups, or like how long I'm on the ice for warm-ups, stuff like that.
Going into that, how do you mentally prepare for a game weekend?
Obviously the film and stuff, and knowing what you're going into, the systems, and then just staying in the moment, not thinking about stuff too much, and getting ready to go.
How do you balance your hockey life with being away from family?
That's a tough one. I mean, keep up with friends and stuff, and cousins and stuff like that. Parents reach out every once in a while, see how I'm doing, especially with the injuries and stuff, and give them a call every so often. And then hockey's pretty easy when you're here every day, so.
Do you have any other hobbies other than hockey?
I like video games. That's pretty much it. Like if it's nice out, I'll go play like pickleball or something like that. Golf, but I'm not very good, so it kind of gets frustrating.
What's been your favorite memory here as a Toro?
I'd say my fight in Austin last year, first shift of the game.
Well, fans, that's all with Davin Nichols today. We'll see.
Welcome back in as we get ready for some chuck-a-puck shots. See if we can't win some money here. Well, the pot will keep growing. As we get ready for period 3. Tauros trail the Bruins by a score of 3-1. Dominic Pikic with the lone goal for the Tauros, assisted by Luca Ori. Simon Marshanock shorthanded from Matt Marshanock and Alvin Ellison. About a minute before that, made it 1-0 Bruins. Dom tied it, but Gavin Haruza from Matt Marshanock and Simon Marshanock at evens, and then Sam Klein shorthanded. Finished it off after his initial attempt was stopped. He was left alone and able to put his own rebound in. And that's how the Tauros now trail. Tauros will start period 3 with 1:07 of power play time, as Gavin Haruza is in the box for tripping. Jockums, Ori, Edwards, Prima, and Solominski out to start for the Tauros. Tauros control the draw. This is Prima. Chips it into the zone, looks to chase it down himself. Sweeps along to the far side. Jockums tries to guide it back to the point, but it was read perfectly and taken away. Chipped into the zone by Klein. The Tauros take it back and look to start up ice. Toss across, finds Edwards. Edwards drops it back. Prima looks back to the middle, and Edwards. Edwards hands off. Ori fires it deep. Edwards gets there first. Gets tied up along the end wall. Jockham's lurking there as well. But the Bruins take it away and clear at the length. Rusley out to stop that. Leaves for Kenny. Gives to James. Ty James speeds ahead. Chips it into the zone. Looks to chase it down himself. Pokes it along the end wall. Bruins take it away. Davin Nichols pokes at it, but it's sent down the ice as the Bruins come full strength. Near side, Ramirez lost it to Ruth. Ruth fans on a feed to the middle. Banked back to the point. Long. Played with a high... No, apparently not a high stick for the Tauros. This one short of center. Ramirez tipped it. He'll win the race to negate the icing. Ramirez taken into the end wall, however, and the puck taken away by the Bruins. Poked out to neutral. Jax Warren hands to Pikich. Ramirez touches it into the zone, bounces off of Doyle, looks to chase it down. Long, far side, gives to Beckwith, comes across for Ruth. Ruth forced to dump as Warren stepped up. Near side, Habla. Habla ahead, read nicely by Coleman, coming on a change, and he can't quite tip it into the net. Coleman fans on that, kept at the point. Into the middle for Coleman. His shot tip out front goes up and over the net. Warren guides it back to the far corner. Coleman getting harassed up by the blue line. Now a delayed call coming. It's on the Tauros. Around to the near side. Kept at the point by Albert. Albert walks the middle. Shot that goes wide. Extra attacker on. Net empty for the Bruins. Albert holds it at the blue line. Comes to Day. Day leaves off far side. Franchetti lost it. Habla touches. The whistle goes, and the Tauros will head to the Papa John's PK. 17:08 left to play here in period 3, and the Tauros trail by a pair. Bruins control on the power play. D to D, Matt Marshnick across for brother Sam, looking backside. Solominski tipped that pass out of midair. Haruza touches up top. Williams leaves off Sam. Sam shot, finds glass. Rebound to the near side. His brother Matt takes over. Matt across for Sam. Shot blocked out front by Solo. They find Matt on the near side, looking back door. It was broken up. Meanwhile, Russley scrambling around. He got tripped up. Shot blockered aside by Russley. Shot that goes wide. Paddington trying to bank it off the goaltender. It doesn't go. And Jockums gets the clear. 58 seconds left on the Papa John's PK for the Tauros. Ramirez up on the pressure. Coleman to the middle, mishandled by Beckwith. And the Tauros clear it all the way down. Williams in his zone. Cross for Coleman. Coleman looks to the far side. Bruins gain the line, ring it to the near. Lipset down the wall. Kenny steps into him, but the puck rung to the far side. Beckwith lets it roll to Day. Right back down to the corner, and Beckwith working below the goal line, gives Day at the far side hash. He'll bank it up top. Albert came across to Coleman. Coleman carries down to the goal line. Holding there for the Bruins. He'll throw to the far side. Day and Ramirez after it. Day got there first. Plays down low to Lipset. Lipset tackled by Ty James, and it'll be a 5-on-3. No, it won't, as the Bruins don't let the Tauros touch. Instead, it'll be a long power play as the Tauros go to full strength. Ty James for the trip. So just as the Tauros come to full strength, they go back to the Papa John's PK, and that's not a good way to try and come back trailing by 2. Draw one back. Long shot blocked by traffic. Jax Warren hammers it around to the near side. Matt Marshnick drops it back to Williams. Williams walks in, shot kicked away by Russley. Rebound to the far side, Haruza. Banks up top, Sam Marshnick holding there. Gives to Williams, top of the umbrella, gives to Matt. Matt Marshnick drops it to Paddington, who tries to stuff it from a tough angle. It doesn't go. Sam Marshnick up top for Matt. To the middle and Williams. Williams long shot, tipped wide. Jax Warren shovels it up the far wall. The Tauros get the clear. Minute 20 left on the Papa John's PK. Far side. Loose in front of the net. Spadaro pokes at it, but the Bruins control. Coleman with a shot off the glass. Rebound to the near side. Matt Marshnick finds it. Holds. Looks to the middle. Taken away by Davin Nichols. He couldn't clear, but support comes from Spadaro, and he sends it all the way down. Solomon out of his net. Up the near side. Coleman hit hard by Nichols, but the puck has already moved on to Williams. Williams tries the far side, and Day toss across to Coleman. Coleman, the stick handle at the line, puts his mates offside with 31 seconds left on the PK. Draw will be in neutral. Beckwith and Sidorov. Tauros win the draw. Solominski sends it all the way down. Solomon out of his net. Pressured. The puck thrown to the near side. Coleman and Ori. It squirts in front of Solomon. He couldn't reach it. Day finally from his own zone comes ahead to Coleman on the near side. Coleman Trying to turn the corners, the Tauros come full strength. Beckwith finds a loose puck behind the net. Ty James gets to the bench. Tauros finally back at evens. Albert throws the middle, that missed everyone. Laurent keeps it, comes across to Beckwith. Beckwith, long shot. Save made, rebound to the far side. Big hit by Solominski. Puck chipped up the near side. They wave off icing. 12:35 left. The Tauros are back to evens. They can start to try to draw back even in this game. Spadaro canceled. Puck found by Briggs not. He chips ahead along the near side. Flood throws it down low. Thrown down low. Bruins trying to change while keeping the puck in the offensive zone. Squirts to the middle and not. Not carries ahead, gains the red line, and then flips it in. Tauros will peel off and change except for Prima, who pressures. Perot behind the net. This is Edwards. Chips it ahead, but Habla couldn't get there. Near side, Sam Marshinick. Big hit by Kenny on Luong. Haruza hands Sam Marshinick back to brother Matt for a shot that's gobbled up by Devin Russley. We'll send it down to Olivia.
Thanks, Ken. I got another chance to speak to assistant coach Mike Meredith between periods. He said the number one thing is special teams has to be there in the third period, but also this is a fresh 20 minutes of play. We need to put those 40 minutes behind and come out here and really show them we know the game. And the identity in the third, we just have to be that team. We have to be working together, playing with all the guys on the ice and not just trying to make it an individual game, keeping it a team effort. Back to you, Ken. Thank you, Olivia. Tauros special teams didn't cash on the power play, but they did successfully kill 2 penalties by the Bruins. Let's see if they can generate any momentum off that. Bouncing puck ends up on net to be kicked away. Follow-up try kicked away as well by Russley. Habla rolls that into the offensive zone. Solomon out of his net. Plays back to the near side. Haruza hands off. Matt Marshnick across for Williams. The defenseman leaves the rush up the ice. He'll just chip it. While most of the Bruins change, except for Gavin Haruza, who was up on the pressure. Now Paddington steps into Vickland. Far side Coleman. Plays it to the middle. Shot somehow trickles through. It was partially blocked by Solominski, but Paddington makes it 4-1 Bruins. Partially blocked by Solominski, and that change of speed handcuffed Russley, and the puck able to trickle into the back of the net. 10:50 to go, and the Tauros trail by 3. Bruins controlling their own zone. Thrown out to neutral. Pajkic plays it back ahead. Mayati back on it. Foyle's pressuring him. Mayati carries out. What do we have? An offside play, it would seem. 10:16 left to go here in period 3. Draw controlled by the Bruins. Albert dumps it in. Played him behind the net. Far side, poked at. Prima
Played with a high stick, so the whistle goes. Draw will be back in the Tauros zone. 600 seconds left to go here in the third.
This means it's about time for dessert. My man Sam Cassidy pie from our friends at Shots Crossroads. Make some noise if you want.
Draw to the left of Rusley, who's deserved a better fate. Several big saves. So there's a shot, change directions, and Rusley able to kick the left leg back out. This is carried in. Robioff couldn't find the handle. Kenny does. Kenny's shot save made, and Solomon gets the glove over the top as the whistle goes. Brings us to our media timeout. Let's use that as a chance to check scores around the rest of the division. (5-2), under 2 minutes to play in Watertown in favor of the Shamrocks. Bismarck, a 3-2 lead with 6 minutes to play against Aberdeen. I'm not seeing St. Cloud or North Iowa, so they must be off this weekend. Check some college scores. Air Force a 6-3 win over Army. Will Dawson with a goal in the second period for Air Force, his fourth of the season. This is chipped ahead, won't go far enough for icing. Pikich leaves for Warren. Prima leaves for Sidorov. Back for Prima. It ends up on net for a save, and now we've got a delayed call coming. It's a high stick, so the Tauros will go to the power play. Trailing by 3 with 9:18 to go. Wisconsin with less than 2 minutes to play, a 5-4 lead on Michigan State. A lot of Toro alum in that one. Danny Russell with one of the goals for Michigan State. Bruins control the draw, but then throw it out of play. So that only cost the Toros 6 seconds. Toros control the draw. This is Prima. Up top for Solo. Solo gives to Ori. Ori drops to the side of the net. Jockham's up top for Solo. Solo shot. Save made. Rebound behind the net. Ori. Help from Edwards, who brings it to the far side, and Prima. Prima below the goal line for Jockham's, who got tripped down. No call coming. Can Solo keep this at the point? He does. Delivers a big hit, but the puck turned over and cleared the length. Ori drops for Solo. Solo gains the line. Solominski to the middle for Ori. Shot save made. Rebound given. Edwards hands off for Prima. Prima back up top. Edwards back to Prima. Up top Solominski. They'll play catch again. Prima one-timer goes wide. May have been blocked out front. Toro's on the rebound, however. Prima taken down on the wall. Ori just had his glove ripped off. He was held so much. Meanwhile, the Toros are going to have to chase it down. It is going to be a call. They're going to take them both, I think. Or are they just taking Ori? Just Ori, 2 minutes for a slash. And that'll do it for the power play for the Tauros for the third time tonight. Tauros end their power play by taking a penalty of their own. 3 power plays that end in a Tauros power penalty and 2 shorthanded goals allowed. Not a recipe for success for this group of Tauros tonight. Ty James sends this down the ice. It's 4-on-4 though, so that will go for an icing. Bruins control, near side. Coleman, Bayati, Ty James, all tied up, and eventually Coleman comes out with the puck. Coleman shot block, ends up on net to be kicked away by Rusley. Now Ty James with Dane Ramirez, 3-on-2. Nichols joins in. James drops for Nichols, shot save made, rebound poked away. Bruins come full strength. Mishandle by Nichols, turned over to Day. Day out front for Paddington, who fans on it from his stomach. Kenny was poking at it. Bruins can't hold the line. Tauros get the clear. This is Matt Marshnick. Away from Sidorov, he'll speed up ice. Return feed for Matt. Backhand try doesn't go. Paddington on it. Rings around to the near side and Williams. Williams plays down to the circle. Up top. Right back to Williams. Near blue line. Shot blocked out front. Spadaro can't find it. Backhand try gobbled up by Rusley. Shots 37-32. Draw to the left of Rusley, 6:29 to play. Tauros trail 4-1. Haruza steps in after Sam Marshnick was tossed from the draw. They win it anyway. Williams with 32 seconds left on the Papa John's PK for the Tauros. Sends one off the glass that's gloved and held by Rusley. Draw will be to Rusley's left once again. Draw to the left of Rusley. Bruins control, Matt Marshnick. Carried in, then a pass back to the point was off the mark, and the Bruins will have to retreat and retrieve. Just 10 seconds left on the Papa John's PK. Scooped up by Edwards. Tauros come back to full strength. Edwards trying to drive the net. He gets hauled down. Tauros will go to the power play. And the whistle went despite Foyles having possession of the puck. So 5:47 left. Tauros trail by 3, but a power play chance coming. Timeout taken assumed by the Tauros here. It was taken by the Tauros, so Tyler Ebner to the whiteboard. See if any of those other Central games went final. Now 4-2 Bismarck with just over a minute to play. Just over a minute to play in Watertown. It is 6-2 Shamrocks. And of course here, it is 4-1 in favor of the Bruins, despite a one-timer from Prima that's gobbled up by Solomon. Draw to the left of Solomon. Bruins get the clear off the draw. 5.5 to play. This is Solominski ahead. Puck behind the net. Jam to the corner. Williams will get there first and get the clear. Ori barking at the ref. Prima in, shot save made, rebound, glass and out for the Bruins, and now Lipset gets by Solominski, shot just fought off by Rusley. Almost a third shorthanded goal against for the Tauros this evening as we hit 4:42 left to play in regulation. Jockham's driving with 50 seconds on the power play. He's taken down in the corner. Puck kicks free. Jockham's brings it back to the point. Far side, it's Prima. Up top, Spadaro. Looking for a lane. He thinks he has one. Shot save made, and the rebound just thrown to the wall by Paddington. Tauros chip it down low. It gets by Williams, but Klein finds it. 20 seconds left on the power play. And the puck is cleared by Klein. Spadaro. Lost it. As the players battle along the end wall, Beckwith steps into Kenny. It's ahead to Ramirez. Bruins come back to full strength. This is Nichols, shot kicked away. And then Nichols delivers a big hit in the corner on Perreault, but the puck sent down the ice. Rusley throws it all the way down to the blue line of the Bruins, where Perreault kicks it back to the Toro end. Kenny has trouble with Beckwith. Tauros forced back. Ty James behind his own net. Near side, Dane Ramirez. Up ice for Jockham's. It's off the mark. Nichols finds it. Feeds Jockham's. Jockham's forced to turn. Looks to the middle for Ty James. He had his stick lifted. Jax Warren finds it. Shot blocked. Follow-up try. It goes off Perreault and into the netting for a whistle. 2:51 to play here in regulation. Tauros down 3. Draw will be to the right of Solomon. Rusley to the bench. Tauros for the extra attacker. Trailing by 3 with just under 3 minutes to play. Lipset has trouble on the near wall. Tauros get it back to Ty James. James looks across. Edwards. Edwards just throws it to the corner for Ori. It was off the mark. Bruins starting up ice. 4-on-2 for the empty net. And it's Doyle from the neutral zone. Austin Doyle, his first of the year. Into the empty net from just inside the red line to make it 5-1, and fans start streaming towards the exits. Bruins control. This is Sidorov to the near side, and Warren dumped in. Long, banks to the far side. Ori touches back to the point. Pikic, long shot. That deflects wide. Warren pinches down. Tauros down by 4. 2:04 to play. Bruins will chip this down the ice. It will go for an icing. Icing's brought to you by our friends at Minot's Finest Collision Center. Draw to the right of Solomon. Quick shot that goes up off the glass. They dig in the corner. Dumped down low into the Tauros zone. Back on it is Spadaro. Moves to Edwards. He'll drop it back. Solominski gives to Edwards. Toss across for Vikland is off the mark. The Bruins take back over. Bayati sends it ahead. Beckwith tips it into the zone. Rusley rings it to the near side. Fischetti up top. Fiorbioff takes it away. 2-on-1 with Prima if they hurry. Fiorbioff chased down from behind, and that'll draw a penalty. Tauros to the power play with 48.2. Final minute of play here at the Maysa. Brought to you by our friends at Northern Plains Equipment. Draw will be to the right of Solomon. Bruins control. Sent down the ice, Rusley. Fires it up. Sidorov drops it to Ty James. James dumps it in. Thrown to the far side. Vikland steps into a shot. Sidorov got tripped down. Sidorov throws it in front. It goes off Solomon. Spadaro's shot's blocked by Perreault. Spadaro back to Vikland. Hands off to Ty James. James with a long shot. Stopped in front. Sidorov trying to bank it in off the goaltender Solomon. He can't. And the horn sounds to end the game. Tauros fall 5 5-1. So, Tauros fall to 7-8-3 on the season. Shots 39-36, but that doesn't tell the story of this one. Two shorthanded goals against. 3 power plays that ended with the Tauros taking a penalty of their own. And the Tauros fall under 500. Here's the 3 stars of the game.
It's time to meet your Liberty Tax 3 stars of the game. The Liberty Tax 3rd star of the game with 1 assist, number 15, Luca Ori. Your Liberty Tax 2nd star of the game with 36 saves, number 30, Devin Russley. And your Liberty Tax 1st star of the game with 1 goal, number 16, Dominic Pikich.
So there's your Liberty Tax 3 stars of the game. Tauros fall in this one 5-1. We'll take a look at the highlights. In the first period, it was a short-handed rush. And the Marshnick brothers made it 1-0. Pikich evened the score, but then the rest of the way it was all Bruins. First, Haruza, that evens from Marshanock and Marshanock. And then Klein short-handed. After Russley made the first stop, Prima just skates by, and that allows Klein to find the rebound and make it 3-1. Third period, Bruins would tack on 2 more. First, it was E.J. Paddington on a shot that was partially blocked on the change of speed. Threw the timing off for Russley, and that pretty much did it. But if it wasn't enough, just for good measure, Doyle, his first of the year, into the empty net to make it 5-1. That'll do it for us here on the Pepsi Rink at Maysa Arena. We'll be back tomorrow night at about 7:25 for the Farmers Union pregame show. Puck drop at 7:35. Until then, have a good night.